Hi, my name is Dean Lingley and I'm with Energy Management Systems, and today I'd like to show you a little demonstration here on how the EnergyMizer will help lower your electric consumption and also make your home safer. So I'm going to turn on the power to my kilowatt meter here. And what this kilowatt meter will show you is the volts, the amps, the wattage, and the power factor. Okay? So now I'm going to turn on this 1/4 horsepower electric motor. It's a standard furnace fan motor. It's rated at 5 amps. Now let's go, and when I turned that on, we noticed that the EMF reading from our meter here is high 40s. Okay.
What is an EFM?
An EMF is stands for electromagnetic field. Its electromagnetic fields are emitted from all electric wires and electric appliances. They're invisible clouds kind of around each appliance and wires. You just can't see them. Okay, let's go over here and look at our numbers with this electric motor running. Our volts are the same. They're about 122. This motor is drawing 5.2 amps or so. The wattage is 174, and that computes to a power factor of 0.27. Now we're going to turn on the EnergyMizer. It's got a little switch here on the end where you can turn it on. And then let's go back to the kilowatt meter and see what the results are. Voltage is the same. Now the motor is drawing 3.45 amps or so. So there's a decrease there. That's where you get your savings on your electric bill, because this motor is running the same RPMs, doing the same work with less electricity, drawing less electricity. And it does not affect the amps. The amps are the same.
Watts.
The watts are the same. And the power factor computed here now is 41% instead of 27%. Okay? And then let's look at our EMF meter, and it has went down to a safe 16. Your reading on your EMF, so you want that less than 75 to be more safe. Now we are going to turn off the motor. We'll unplug it. Turn the EnergyMizer back off. Goes back up. And let's look at what a light bulb will do to different light bulbs will do to the EMFs. The meter that I'm using here is an Ecotech EMI monitor. It's measuring harmful EMFs that are being emitted from the wires and the electric appliances. Used to be everybody had these incandescent light bulbs in their house, okay? And then a few years ago they came out with these new energy saving fluorescent curlicue bulbs, and there's a cost for everything. These new bulbs are lower wattage, give off the same amount of light, but the cost is they emit EMFs. Let's see what kind of EMFs this is going to emit here when we turn this on. Turn that light bulb on. See, immediately the EMFs jump up to above 250. Okay? Now we're going to turn the EnergyMizer on. When we turn the EnergyMizer on, boom. The filters in that EnergyMizer filter them harmful EMFs out, and it's down below 20. Okay, and remember I said we want it below 75, so we're pretty darn safe here. Even newer, they've came out with these LED light bulbs. Let's see what the LED light bulbs do to the EMF meter. Turn that on. Whoops, I forgot to turn the EnergyMizer off. There, the EnergyMizer's off. We turn the LED light on. As you can see, there's not any difference in the EMF reading. But now let's turn on the EnergyMizer again, and bang, back down below 20 it goes. How the EnergyMizer does its work is there is capacitors inside of it that absorb the spikes whenever electricity comes into your house. There's spikes and valleys in it. It's not even. The EnergyMizer has capacitors in there that absorb those spikes, let them go back evenly into the line for your electric use, and it's more efficient use of the electricity. The electricity is not being wasted. That's how they save you money. Speaking of money, let's look at some electric bills here. Let's look at some electric bills here. Here's one we have. This is the first bill that I got whenever after I had my EnergyMizers plugged in for 30 days. It was less kilowatt usage than last year's same month. A couple hundred less, which is, it was 16% less by the figures here, and that's where you're going to save your money. Second bill. I saved 13.5% on my electric consumption. Here's a bill from Tennessee, gentleman down in Tennessee. His first month usage was 23.1% less compared to the same month last year, which saved him $28.29. He was so impressed that here's his mother's bill. He bought his mother a EnergyMizer, set of EnergyMizers, and put them in her house so that she could start saving also. These EnergyMizers make great gifts. It's the gift that keeps on giving, because you're going to save money for the life of the product forever. How long are you going to use electricity? How much longer in your life are you going to use electricity? Quite some time, I would guess. Here's another electric bill from up in Iowa, a gentleman up in Iowa. The savings here computes to 29.5%, which computes to $46.58 savings. Here's another one. Another one from Iowa, 29.5% less kilowatt hours used, saving $35.25. All these 20 and 10 and 20 and $30 mount up over time. Might not sound like a lot to you, but if you do the figuring, if you save $10 a month, that's $120 a year. That's a 40% return on your investment from the EnergyMizer. $20. If you save $20 a month, then over a period of 12 months, you're going to save $240, which is 80% return on your investment. And $30, 360 is 120% return on your investment. Where else are you going to get that kind of return on your investment? Then if you take that and you invest that at 10% over a 15-year expected lifetime of the EnergyMizer, that computes to $4,000 and $8,000 and $12,000. Pretty impressive. Plus, you're making your home safer. You're reducing the harmful EMFs in your home. Here's a little diagram on how the EnergyMizer does what it's supposed to. In review, it absorbs the spikes and valleys, evens them out. The EnergyMizer absorbs them, lets them go evenly so that you have consume less electricity. Is there any questions?
Yesterday, Dean, you were at the energy conference at Lakeland.
Yes.
Where Ed Beckley was there, who is well known, has reputation for saving energy and so forth. And he was the keynote speaker. Do you want to kind of elaborate on a couple of things that he said in regard to investment?
Yes, Ed Begley had an idea that makes lots and lots of sense. Most people can't afford to spend the big money it takes for energy saving windows, double pane windows, and geothermal units for their home, and heat pumps, and lots of insulation in your attic. But what his idea was, start with the little things and use the savings to build up and buy the bigger things. So with the EnergyMizer, saving this $10 and $20 and $30 a month, that mounts up to, over the years, $4,000, $8,000, $12,000. Then you'd have enough to pay for your windows. That's what Ed's idea was, and I think it's a real good one. I'm just about done here. If you want more information or order an EnergyMizer, you can simply go to your web browser and type in bit.ly/SAVEKWHS, and that'll take you right to my website. There's a contact tab on the website. If you have any questions, you can sure email me, and I'll be sure to find an answer for you if I don't know it. I appreciate your time, and everybody have a good